What you're looking at is a view of my backyard and my neighbor's backyard. And that's because I'm flying a drone in this review. I'm looking at the Bigley Brothers E59 Mark III Delta Black Superior Edition portable drone. Weighs under 259 grams, so you don't need a license to ride it. Let's do this review. So here it is in all its glory. As I mentioned, it's under 249 grams, meaning you don't need a drone license to operate this. It's great for kids 14 years and up. Super simple. It has a controller and of course the drone itself. You do connect your smartphone to that controller to be able to connect it to the drone and then see that footage from the camera right on your smartphone. Super small, portable. It does come in its own case, and you'll notice that it looks like there's two cameras on there. The camera is actually on the bottom, and you can rotate it with the controller. You can move it around up and down. On the top is actually what's called obstacle avoidance sensor, and that is what basically can detect if there is an obstacle in its view and then prevent from hitting that. So let's take a closer look at both the camera and that obstacle avoidance. There's that HD camera right there. They have different kind of models depending on what model of the drone you get. And then up there, that's obstacle avoidance. It does get blurry. I apologize for that. But it's a sensor to basically sense different types of objects and then avoid hitting it. Now, speaking of hitting it, I did hit it when I was trying to fly this indoors. You can see the scuff marks on the wing there. But to turn this on, basically you put it on the back and you'll see that there is a power button. So you press that and then you press the power button on the remote control and then connect your smartphone to the drone, and you do that through a Wi-Fi connection. So the drone is actually creating its own Wi-Fi network. You connect to that and then you have a Wi-Fi connection from the drone to your smartphone so you can get that live view of footage. Here I am flying it for the first time out in the backyard. You can see and you can hear it that it is flying nicely. It's staying kind of right in the middle. You hear that beeping? That's that obstacle avoidance. That's telling me that the fences, it can detect the fence and it doesn't want to get close to the fence because it doesn't want to hit it. So it's kind of giving me a notification every time I'm trying to push to the side. It's like, you know what? We're just going to sit here in the middle here where it's nice and safe. Now, if I raise it up and there is no more fence there, then I'm going to be able to navigate and move around. But that obstacle avoidance is detecting that fence. And now it's making another noise, and that's to show that it's got low battery. And now it's going to drop itself, and I'm going to have to switch the battery to get it back flying again. It has about 30 minutes of battery life when you're flying it. So with the two batteries that it comes with, that gives you about an hour of lifetime. But you're going to have to keep changing those batteries as you practice. Here's some footage from up above. You know, the image quality is not the best, especially when you start to move up and down. You notice how it's shaky like that? You're not going to get the smoothest kind of like, you know, Oscar-worthy type of drone footage with this because it doesn't have that nice smooth gimbal. It's kind of, you know, jerky, and every time I move it, it doesn't really give you that best of images. Here I pressed that one button landing, wanted to see if it would land on the bistro table, but it didn't. It landed close to the table, but not exactly. That's something I wanted to see if it could do in this review because it did launch off that bistro table that you see right in front of me right there. But when it came back to landing, it wasn't landing there. Now I'm just trying to get a different view. You can see that the image quality kind of changes a little bit. As you move it around, it kind of auto adjusts the brightness. So it's fun. It's a fun, you know, kind of camera, but I'm not going to be making like professional videos with this anytime soon. It's more of a hobby kind of drone, flying it around, kind of getting a good shot of your surroundings. Maybe you're in the park or what have you. But otherwise, you know, just as an entry-level drone to kind of acquaint yourself and get used to operating it, getting accustomed to it, like young kids, they're going to love playing around with this. But you want to make sure they don't do it near your neighbors because they could really piss off people. But anyways, as an entry-level drone, you really can't go wrong with it if you can get it at a good price point. I do recommend it. Simple to use. It was very intuitive with the game controller. I think if you're a gamer or you play video games, you're going to have a really easy time getting accustomed to that. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review of the Bigley Brothers E59 Mark III Delta Black. I'm Andy Baryer, Handy Andy. See you again next time.